Hello. 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 Okay. Today we will cover the foundation of networking, how computers communicate with each other. We will look at the models and addressing routing and key security tools like firewall, VPN, and proxies. Let's begin with fundamental models that explains how data moves. The fundamental models of OSI and TCP/IP models. The OSI is a traditional model which has 7 layers. The 7 layers of physical data link network, transport, session, presentation, and application layer. Physical layer. Physical layer trans physical layer transfers the raw data like wires or Wi-Fi signals carries bits. Data link layer error detection. Data link layer error detection and MAC address like postman checking the correct house address. Network layer IP addressing and routing, assigning IPs and find best path. Transport reliable delivery which uses TCP or UDP. Transport ensure the delivery like courier's confirmation which uses with which using the TCP reliable or UDP fast. Session session communication management. It will keep track of the conversations. Presentation layer, data translation like presentation layer, data format or encryption, data translation like language interpreter, gas encryption or compression. Application layer, end user service like HTTP and FTP. Application layer, user face like user facing apps like browsers and emails. TCP has 4 layers, simpler version used in real life, mapping them. Application layer, transport layer, internet, internet and network access. Application is combined of 3 layers, presentation application layer plus presentation layer plus session layer. Transport layer is transport layer. Internet layer is a network layer. Network access is data link plus physical. Example, when you send a WhatsApp message, it will start at the application layer and gets the package down the OSI layer, deliver over the internet and then unpacked in the reverse at the service. IP address, IP addressing and subnets. IP addressing, IPv4. IP address are two types, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4 has 32 bit examples, 32 bits, and it is specified with dotted decimals. Example 192.168.1.1. IPv6 is 128 bit and it look like 2001 semicolon colon db8 colon 1. In that IP address, we can use the subnets. Subnets. Imagine, imagine, imagine a big apartment building is an big apartment building. Building is a network. Subnet divides the floor for efficiency. Floors is a group of apartments. Group of floors is the apartments. Example, network. Example, network 192.168.1.0/24. It has 256 addresses. Subnetting into 0 as 256 address. Subnetting into /26 is to 64 addresses per subnet. Why it is important? Subnet mask define network and host portion. Security. Why it is important? It has security, efficiency, and traffic control. Routing. Moving the data. Moving the data between networks. Routing has two types, static routing and dynamic routing. Static routing. Static routing, admin manually sets path. Dynamic routing, routers talks and updates themselves using protocol like or RIP or OSPF or BGP. BGP. Example, think of GPS navigation. Static route is like memorizing the directions. Dynamic routing is like Google Maps automatically adjust when there is a traffic. Firewall. 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 Security guard of the network. Sys- Security system controls traffic. Types of firewall: packet filtering, stateful, stateful firewall, and next-gen firewall. Packet filtering, it checks the address and ports. Stateful firewall tracks ongoing collections. Next-gen firewall, deep inspection and malware detection. Example, if the internet is a building, a firewall is the security guard decide who can enter and who cannot. VPN, an secure tunnel between user and the network. VPN is a virtual private network encrypt the internet traffic for secure communication. It provides remote access to private networks. Remote work VPN has use cases like remote work, privacy, and bypass restriction. Protocol with protocols for using VPN is IPsec and SSL/TLS or OpenVPN. Example, when you use public Wi-Fi at the airport and VPN makes sure hacker cannot see your data. Proxies, a middleman between clients and servers. Intermediate between clients and servers. Types: forward, forward, reverse, transparent types. Forward proxies, reverse proxies, and transparent proxies uses caching and anonymity and content filtering. Example: a school often use proxies to block social medias, and big companies use reserved proxies like Nginx to balance the website traffic. Conclusion: key takeaways: OSI and TCP/IP explain the communication layer. IP address and subnet organize the networks. Routing ensure the data reaches the destination. Firewall and VPN proxies secure and optimizing the traffic. Networking is the backbone of modern communication. Understanding the basics give the foundation of foundation to learn advanced security and cloud topics. Okay.